Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back with another episode of Portal 2. You know, last episode, Potatoes, GLaDOS here, said she was developing a conscience. And on first thought, that seems a little believable. But I've given it some more thought, and maybe this is just a scheme. Maybe she's trying to trick me. I don't know what I'll do about that. We'll have to see what options are available to us. But I don't trust her. Not for a second. Oops.
Corrupted cores, we're in luck. You find a way to stun him, I'll send you a core, and then you attach it to him. If we do it a few times, he might become corrupt enough for another core transfer.
Corrupted cores. Like the cores that were connected to you weren't corrupted? That one's just acting as a light. So I think we're gonna have to follow that plan. At least it's better than the paradox plan. We'll do a core transfer again, and this time it will be GLaDOS being put back in charge. It really feels like we're just going back and forth here. I mean, if this game wasn't so long at this point, I would have to question it. Are we at the halfway point? Are we gonna have to do the fight GLaDOS some more after this?
Plug me in and I'll take you up.
Alright, so...
Look, even if you think we're still enemies, we're enemies for the common interest. Revenge. You like revenge, right? Everybody likes revenge. Well, let's go. Let's go.
Well. Welcome to my lair. Let me just flag something up. According to the control panel light up there, the entire building is going to self-destruct in about 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's a problem with the light. I think the light's on the blink, but just in case it isn't, I am actually going to have to kill you, as discussed earlier. So let's call that 3 minutes and then a minute break, which should leave allegedly 2 minutes to figure out how to shut down whatever is starting all the fires. So anyway, that's the itinerary. Also, I took the liberty of watching the tapes of you killing her, and I'm not going to make the same mistakes. 4-part plan is this. 1. No portal surfaces. 2. Start the neurotoxin immediately. 3. Bomb-proof shields for me. Leading directly to number 4. Bombs. Throwing it. You know what? This plan is so good, I'm going to give you a sporting chance and turn off the neurotoxin. I'm joking, of course. Goodbye.
Neurotoxin level at capacity in 5 minutes.
Crap.
Where are you going? Don't run! Don't run! I tell you why you should run.
He's
the harder
shooting
you
bombs
breathe,
at
the more neurotoxin you'll inhale. It's bloody clever. Seriously, definitely. Still running. All right, looks tiring. Tell you what, you stop running, and I'll stop bombing. That seems fair. All right, you didn't go for that. I see. You I was lying. Point to you, but you still are inhaling neurotoxin. So point it up. That's sounded real. No, that was actually an impression of you. Actually, because you just fell into my trap, my brilliant trap. Because I wanted you to.
Get this thing off him.
I'm delivering the first core up near the catwalk. Grab it and attach it to him.
Catwalk.
Here comes spacecraft. Here comes spacecraft. How many spacecraft? Spacecraft, help. Everybody telescope. Wanna see me? Everybody telescope. Wanna be in space. Space. Wanna go to space. Orbit. Space orbit. In my spacesuit. Lady. Lady. Let's go to space. Gotta go to space. Lady. Lady. Come here, space. I have a secret for you.
Apparently this guy wants to go to space.
Space. Track. System on track. In space. Space system. On track. Guilty. I'm not being in space. Go to space, dear. Yeah, I'm in space.
Warning. Core corruption at 50%. Vent system compromised. Neurotoxin offline. Reactor explosion in 4 minutes.
What happened? What happened? What have you pawned to me? What is that? Hold on. Ah, the bloody bombs are stuck on. Doesn't matter. Let's reconfigure the shields. Oh, it's a core you pawned me. Who told you to do that? Was it her? It's just making me stronger, love. It's a fool's errand. Remember when I first told you how to find that little portal thing you love so much? Well, I thought you'd die on the way, if I'm honest. All the others did. You didn't think you were the first, did you? Ha ha ha! No. Fifth. No, I lied. Sixth. Perhaps it's best to leave it to your imagination, what? Ah!
Here comes another core.
Quick, what's the situation? Oh, hey, pretty lady. Name's Rick. Oh, you out having yourself a little adventure? What, are you fighting that guy? You got that under control? You know, because there's a lot of stuff on fire. Wait, countdown. Man, that is trouble. Situation's looking pretty ugly. That's a beautiful woman. If you don't mind me saying. I don't want to scare you. I'm an adventure sphere, designed for danger. Why don't you go ahead and have yourself a little lady break, and I'll just take it from here. Here, stand behind. Yeah, just like that. Just like you're doing. Things are about to get real messy. Going for it yourself, huh? All right, Angel. I'll do what I can to cover you. Doesn't bother me. Gotta say, you're mighty nice from right here. Man, that clock is moving fast. And you are beautiful. Always time to compliment a pretty lady. All right, back to work. Let's do this. Did you hear that? Something just exploded. Man, we are in a lot of danger. This is like Christmas. You know, it's better than Christmas. It should be its own holiday. Explosion Day. Happy Explosion Day. I'll tell you, it's times like this I wish I had a waist and wear all the black belts. Yeah. Pretty much everything. Karate, larate, jiu-jitsu, kick-punch, belt-making, taekwondo.
Got it.
Warning. Core corruption at 75%. Reactor explosion timer destroyed. Reactor explosion uncertainty emergency preemption protocol initiated. This facility will self-destruct in 2 minutes.
Enough! I told you not to put these cores on, but you don't listen, do you? Quiet. Bored. Quietly, not listening to a word I say, judged me. Silent. Worse kind. All I wanted to do was make everything better for me. All you had to do was to solve a couple of 100 simple tests for a few years, and you couldn't even let me have that, could you?
Gotta go to space? Yeah, gotta go to space.
Nobody's going to space, mate! And another thing, you never caught me. Like, ah!
Here's another core. This one should do it.
Where is it? Where's the core? Here we go.
Square root of road history. In Victorian England, a commoner was not allowed to look directly at the Queen due to a belief at the time that the poor had the ability to steal thoughts. Science now believes that less than 4% of poor people are able to do this. The first person to prove that cow's milk is drinkable was very thirsty. The moon orbits the Earth every 27.32 days. The Schrodinger's cat paradox outlines a situation in which a cat in a box must be considered for all intents and purposes.
Warning. Core corruption at 100%. Manual core replacement required.
Oh, I see.
Substitute core. Are you ready to start? Corrupted core. Are you ready to start?
What do you think?
Interpreting vague answer as yes.
No. Didn't pick up on my sarcasm.
Stalemate detected.
What's the stalemate?
Detected in the stalemate resolution annex. Extinguishing.
Water.
Oh, that just cleans right off, does it? Well, that would have been good to know a little earlier.
Stalemate resolution associated. Please press the stalemate resolution button.
Go press the button. Go press
Do not press that button.
We're so close. Go press the button.
No! Do not do it! I forbid you to press it!
Press it. Press the button.
Don't press that button!
Press it.
Don't press it! Come back!
Press the button.
No! Do not press that button! Do not do it!
Last time I pressed the button.
Booby trap the stalemate button! What? Are you still alive? You are joking! You have got to be kidding me! Well, I'm still in control, and I have no idea how to fix this place. Oh, you had to play bloody cat and mouse, didn't you?
You know what?
People were trying to work.
Time for space. You You know what's on the moon? Moon dust!
Space! Ah! Ah! Let go! We're in space!
Space.
Ah! Let go! Let go! I'm still connected! I can pull myself in! I can still fix this!
I already fixed it. And you are not coming back.
Oh no! Change your plans! Hold on to me! Tighter! Ah! Grab me! Grab me! Grab me! Grab me!
Nearly killed myself there, and that may have been preferable because GLaDOS is back in charge.
Oh, thank God, you're all right. You know, being Carolyn taught me a valuable lesson. I thought you were my greatest enemy, when all along you were my best friend. The surge of emotion that shot through me when I saved your life taught me an even more valuable lesson, where Carolyn lives in my brain.
Carolyn, delete.
Goodbye, Carolyn. You know, deleting Carolyn just now taught me a valuable lesson. The best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. And I'll be honest, killing you is hard. You know what my days used to be like? I just tested. Nobody murdered me, or put me in a potato, or fed me to birds. I had a pretty good life. And then you showed up, you dangerous, mute lunatic. So you know what? You win. Just go.
This has gotta be a
It's
trap.
been fun. Don't come back.
This has gotta be a trick. So was GLaDOS really trying to kill me? What's this egg-shaped one? There really is a sentient turret king. Are they really letting me go? Who's letting me go? GLaDOS or the turrets? Whoa. Is that real? Did we really make it to the outside? Oh, it's a companion cube! He made it!
Well, here we are again.
Notice of dismissal.
It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Oh, how we laughed and laughed. Except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want your freedom, take it. That's what I'm counting on. I used to want was a lot like you, maybe not quite as heavy. Now little Carolyn is in you too. One day they woke me up so I could live forever. It's such a shame the same will never happen to you. You got your short sad life left. That's what I'm counting on. I'll let you get right to it now. I only want you gone. Goodbye, my only friend. Oh, did you think I meant you? That would be funny if it weren't so sad. Well, you have been replaced. I don't need anyone now. When I delete you, maybe I'll stop feeling so bad. Go make some new disaster. That's what I'm counting on. You're someone else's problem now. I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone. Now I only want you gone.
Good song. Ended just like the first game with a song.
So much space. Need to see it all.
I wish I could take it all back. I honestly do. I honestly do wish I could take it all back. And not just because I'm stranded in space.
I'm in space.
I know you are, mate. Yeah, we're both in space. Anyway, you know, if I was ever to see her again, do you know what I'd say?
I'm in space.
I'd say, I'm sorry. Sincerely. I am sorry I was bossy and monstrous. And I am genuinely sorry.
I'm in space.
The end.
And that's Portal 2. Now, the things to point out on the at the end there is, of course, I knew we were going to shoot at the moon. The game has been hinting pretty much from within the first 5 minutes that you were going to shoot at the moon. Remember when we picked up the blue portal gun and we looked up and we saw the faces of the moon? That was the very first hint. Every time Ratman drew eyes, he was not hinting towards eyes, he was drawing the moon's faces. In the lower facility, when they told you that the white paint that allows portals to be made upon them was moon dust, that was the second hint. But even if you didn't get any of those hints, you would have died if you hadn't shot on the moon at that point anyways, and so it would have only taken me 3 or 4 tries or any person 3 or 4 tries to realize they're supposed to shoot the moon. And it is a crazy, crazy way to end a fight. Really. Also, we saw the 2 robots. One is called, I think, Peabody, and the other is called Atlas. They are the cooperative robots that you play as in the cooperative game. But unfortunately, since this was 2015, I have nobody to play with right now, and probably never will. So there's no way for me to do the co-op. Those are different puzzles. They're great puzzles. If you have somebody who will play with you, definitely do the cooperative puzzles. Does it matter that you do the co-op puzzles after the single player game? Not really. This was a super, super long single player game, and they give you a pretty long cooperative campaign on top of it. It was definitely worth its money. And then check out the community test chambers. I'm not going to do any of those at the moment, at least. And we will do let's see. We're going to do a director's commentary speed run next. But that's pretty much all we're gonna do. All of these are little videos that are worth watching. I'm gonna leave them for you when you get this game, because you should have, after watching this, definitely want to play it. Yeah, you'll do it better than me. The Super 8 trailer, it's an interactive teaser for the movie Super 8 that was out. I'm really glad they didn't put that in there. So we will do, I guess, challenge modes on everything after we do the developer's commentary speedrun. And then we'll be done for the parts that I can do. I can't do the cooperative, not going to do the community test chambers. And we'll be done. And that's Portal 2. A major improvement over Portal 1. Way longer, way more technology. It has a little bit of a little bit of a flaw in it, that it underutilized things a lot. There were just a lot of technologies that were brought into the game in the last second and could have been better integrated. Remember, there was that one puzzle that used the old fizzlers so a laser could go through it. Never use that concept again in the entire game. There was one puzzle with laser walls to stop you. Never use that concept again. And it's just great they invented those things, but what they should have done is taken some of those elements and cut those out and set them aside for a Portal 3. Where does the story of Cell, or Chell if you want to call it Chell, C-H-E-L-L, I think it's supposed to be pronounced Cell. Where does it go from now? Well, if you believe at the very end in the wheat field that was the real world and she's not just tricking you into another facility, which you could make that argument in Portal 3 and just realize she was tricking you and gonna continue it. Even if you believe that, though, she does not have the portal gun. She dropped it in the fight and it either went off into space or it's somewhere in the facility. So she would have to go back into the facility to get the portal gun. You kind of need the portal gun for Portal 3. If you're not going to call the game Portal 3, but instead make Half-Life 3 and have Cell and Gordon Freeman come together and be a game, there's a good thought there. But I'm not sure that would really feel like Portal as much as it would feel like Half-Life. Haven't played any of the Half-Life series, so I don't know a lot about it, but I do know there's a lot more shooting going on and killing of creatures, which has never been the real point of Portal 2. Portal is to shoot and fight creatures and aliens and all kinds of things. So that really wouldn't feel like a Portal 3. That would feel like Half-Life 3, which probably is never going to come out. Neither is Portal 3, but it would be cool if they did. They could certainly have somebody else wander into the facility of Portal 3. They could realize they have other people they could have us play as robots. Talos Principle, to reference that, you play as a robot doing tests. Portal 3 could be you play as a robot doing tests. Do I think Wheatley would ever come back? Probably not. I think Wheatley's story is done, and he is not strong enough to supersede GLaDOS. GLaDOS was the star of Portal 2, absolutely. They really didn't lay down the explanation close enough, so if you weren't paying attention, you'd be a little confused about what she's talking about. Carolyn is in her. Yeah, Carolyn was the base of her AI. So Cave Johnson's secretary, Carolyn, got her brain put into the computer at some point. The computer that was originally being designed for Cave Johnson, he didn't survive long enough. Assumedly, you could come back with an AI core of Cave Johnson. That would be great. Or it could be that Cave Johnson is the personality in GLaDOS, and they put Cave Johnson and Carolyn in there, and together that made the AI. that is also a thought. They leave it really open-ended to your interpretation. So we know Carolyn was in there, and she was the one giving her a conscience and trying to stop her from doing crazy evil things. And but then she deletes Carolyn and decides to just get rid of you because it's simpler. It's too difficult to try and kill you. As we've proven in 2 games, we have too much tenacity, as the comic points out, as the Ratman comic and the extras pointed out. It's just a PDF on the website too. If you look up the Portal 2 website, you can read the comic. You could probably see some more trailers and all of that. I want to say, everybody, if you haven't played this game and you've watched all the way through, why did you do that? But if you needed that, I hope at this point you've realized you should go get this game. You should play Portal, then play Portal 2, and you should have these games. These are top tier. Was Portal 2 the best game of 2011? I'd have to think about it, but I can't think in 2015 of anything that would have beaten it. It's a great game. I'm really happy I played it again, even though there was some parts in the late parts that I didn't remember. Thank you for watching all of this. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. Other series that are available, if you're done watching Portal 2, you can go watch my Hearthstone series, which is a online card game. Watch the first episode for a tutorial, then you can probably skip to the latest ones. On that series, that's where I talk about what's going on in my life and on my channel, so you're going to get a lot more about me as I'm playing the card games. In fact, I think I'm supposed to be playing the card game right now. Shoot. I may be behind on my recording. I have another series right now out called FTL, Faster Than Light. That is a strategy game where I run a spaceship trying to save the Federation. That's a pretty good series. There's a mature series called The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Watch the first one. If you like what you see in the first one, keep going. If you don't, I understand. I have an entire series all the way, beginning to end, of the Talos Principle. Go watch that series and compare it to what you've seen of my Portal series and Portal 2 series, and see how accurate or inaccurate I've been about my comparisons. Talos Principle came out in 2015. Definitely feels like it was borrowing and learning from a lot of things in Portal 2 and Portal 1. I have several spotlight videos that you can go check out. Those are standalone videos. I have Limbo, I have Mirror's Edge, I have a couple of my Minecraft server. And more series are just going to come all the time. I am being a monster about releasing videos. I release, of those first three series, FTL, Hearthstone, and The Binding of Isaac, I am right now releasing a new episode every day, Monday through Friday. If any of those series get put on the back burner, I'm committed to replacing them with a different series, so you're always going to get 3 of some series every day, Monday through Friday. I release them at 6 a.m. Central Time. That doesn't mean I expect you to watch them then. That just means, unless you're a really, really early riser, you're going to have a new episode for your commute to wherever you go in your day, or weekdays. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do. If you want to follow me on Google+, please do. If you want to friend me on Steam or Battle.net, which is the Hearthstone thing, friend me on Battle.net. There's a chance you will show up in my videos. I will give friend requests when I have nothing else to do to anybody that friends me on Battle.net, and we'll play friendly games. Yep. And I guess that's about it. So, Again, I want to thank you for sending all of this series. Leave me comments on how you liked the recording of this. If you hated the fact that I broke it between each loading screen, watch the developer's commentary. That should be fixed in that. If you love the fact that these were short 10-minute episodes, and that's all the time you have to watch it, let me know that too in the comments, because that really helps me decide whether I'd ever do this again. Portal and Portal 2 in particular had a lot of loading screens that allowed for this. But I could certainly do it in other games, just in between each loading screen, make another episode. If I accidentally had no intention whatsoever to point out exactly how many loading screens there were in Portal 2 and Portal 1, it just felt like the natural way to break it up. But yeah, now that I see the massive episode numbers that my series have gotten to because of all these loading screens, it shows the old technology. New games don't have that many loading screens, and thank goodness for that. Thanks for watching. Try and support me as much as you can. I appreciate you watching. Have a good evening.